Welcome to the ArmaniTalks podcast. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this podcast, I'm helping you level up your 5 soft skills: public speaking, storytelling, social dynamics, emotional intelligence, and creativity. 5 soft skills for you to change your life forever, skyrocket your confidence along the way. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about why you should learn the history of your craft. I was watching Snow White recently, and I had to say that I was really disappointed. I would say roughly around a year ago, I started to hear a lot of things that the Snow White actress was saying. I believe her name was Rachel Zegler. And as I heard her speak, I could tell that she did not understand the history of Snow White. Did she know that Snow White was the first ever featured length film of a cartoon that was released to the public? Did she know anything about Walt Disney? Did she bother to read his biography? I didn't think so. I mean, as I was hearing her talk, she seemed very entitled. The way she was talking about having a prince rescue her in Snow White, I mean, it sounded condescending. I thought, lady, you are in a blessed position to play Snow White. You are not supposed to be altering the story, nor should you be encouraging it. You should be doing your best to play Snow White. Come on, lady, what are you doing? And she's over here being overly, you would say, a feminist. And Gal Gadot, whatever her name is, she's not a great actress. I could tell this is just a role for her. And neither one of them understood the history of Snow White, and it pissed me off. I watched the movie recently, and it was so bad. And it made me think that Snow White, it's no longer just about Snow White. It's no longer just about storytelling. This is a skill issue because a lot of these movies nowadays, it's all remakes. You go to the latest Hollywood films, all remakes. So if you're going to be remaking stuff from the past, you better study the culture of the past. If you don't, then you're going to come in with this entitled attitude, and the entire movie, it's going to bomb. Unfortunately, Snow White was not a good movie. It had amazing CGI. There was potential, but I could tell that this girl, whoever she thought she was, isn't who she thought she was. She thought she was Rachel Zegler. But girl, you gotta momentarily forget who you are and understand that you are Snow White. Lose your identity and get lost in the character. And you can do that when you understand the history of a field. So, whatever your profession is, don't be entitled, be grateful, learn your craft, and you do that not only by focusing on the present, but also by focusing on the past. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.